Good morning, guys. Afternoon, guys. I mean, how's everybody doing? So I did a lot more than what I well, actually I recorded like 30-minute videos, but I didn't upload them because it's literally me trying to make decisions, which nobody wants to go through that apparently. And I told this to Christy in a bean, I think. I take an excruciatingly long amount of time to make any kind of decision about anything ever, and so I thought I'd spare you the pain. However, I am going to show you, I think I have half the signatures that I want done, my front part of the cover done, and then maybe I'll finish the cover. I have yet to work on any Dephemerember after the first day. I was so excited this morning when I got to work because yesterday was my last day of class that I was so excited I stayed up to craft. But then I was like more excited about being able to craft today and not worrying about school or blah blah blah. But now I'm like tired. So anyhow, I turned on the cameras to make me maybe be like, ooh. So anyway, I did show the process of me dyeing. Maybe I showed that in the, I don't remember which videos I uploaded. Dyeing the main fabric, which would be this, and then the process of me deciding on what to put on the inside, which was initially supposed to be a cluster, and I changed my mind, so this is what it is. I think the last video I did show I made it oops. I don't know how though, because this is the book template and I literally took my fabric and wrapped it all the way around on the outside. So really it should be longer because it's going on the inside, but it wasn't, as you saw in the last video. And so I did decide that I'm gonna do it. Obviously I cut it and I'm gonna do it separate. Now I just have to find a video to show how I want to do the spine, because I'm still not sure about that. But here I did grunge up the middle piece for it, and so that's going to be inside. I do kind of love this outside of it. It's so cool, and it's a softer did I show that? I don't remember if I showed that or not, but I probably did. So then I started working on my signatures and I realized this already fills up my book. If I'm trying to put anything at all in there, it's gonna be a gator mouth. And then I hardly have any like calm, plain background places where to journal. But oh well, it's my first one. I'm not a big fan of the gator mouth, but we'll see. Also, because I have all this paper that I wanted to use, not including the printables that I printed out that I wanted to use, and I have like probably about 10 more pieces of designer scrapbook paper. But I kept these ones, and yesterday I coffee dyed them. I think I mixed the coffee with the with one of the inks, and so it's not very dark, and I still have this much left. However, it did give a nice, obviously it's not gonna show through the front, but it did give a nice like color to it. So these are them. I did do a little play around because I have these alcohol inks. I believe I showed these before. That I looked into. Okay. Acetone and water do not affect these at all. However, alcohol does, which I did some research, and I'll probably have to play around to get it to look decent. But I had those printer papers with the Christmas themes on the bottom, and try to figure out what to do with them. This actually didn't turn out quite bad, so I might use this. But I used it. It's red, green, and brown. This is ugly. Like, this is not bad right here. I kind of like that. But like the other colors I was trying to spray, and I think I tried to use acetone and it literally did nothing, and water did nothing. So I have a bottle of alcohol somewhere I can't find, but this is all I have left. So, and then this is also a mess. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna use these, but maybe I'll use this. Anyhow, moving on. And then I also have these 3 holiday songs that I want to use. But here's the thing, I printed off on my printer and haven't had a chance to make copy of work, so I'm just gonna use these. But you know, as everybody knows, inkjet runs when you get sweat. But I'm not sure how bad it'll run. Like, maybe it'll be fine, like run enough to make it look junky, and then that'll be cool. But I do want to use these, and like I said, these printables. So where I left off at the last video that I did upload is I wanted 3 signatures. It seems like everybody's having like 27 to 30 pages. So I was thinking 3 signatures of 10, and so I think I already at work I separated like the similar types into piles, and then I had a couple of random leftovers. Okay, so these are my 3 sections of paper so far. A lot of my papers were bigger than the journal, so this is what I used as my template, because that it can't be any bigger than this. And I watched Louise Heinzel's video on ways to cut down your paper to fit inside your journal besides cutting, and she had 3, and so I did those 3, and then as I went along I just did my own thing, and that's how come I stayed up all night, or stayed up till midnight doing things, because it was fun. So I'm just gonna show you those, and then I don't know the order they're in, but these are the ones that are gonna be in the stacks. And there's a lot of children's books. So this Coffee Dyed and this Avocado Skin Dyed are in this pile. This is the Grinch. This is took from one of her Louise's suggestions, in where you cut off a part of the book or 2 parts of the book or whatever, and then you make a hinge. So that's what I did to put them back together. And so I just made it irregular, and I'm gonna make these. I thought about making them a pocket or whatever, but I have a couple of them. So I'm just gonna make these like a journaling spot, or a fold down journal spot, and I'll embellish it somehow. I like that he's visible, and there's words here, but I could just make this a pocket and decorate it. Either way, I like this. Then what do you do? Oh, then this was inside. I think it was the inside of the when you have a book and it's the inside paper cover that covers the book like that. I don't know if you can see that, but so it was like this tall, and I just cut it in half, and this is just gonna be like another journaling spot. It's pretty white, so I'm probably gonna it up or something, but not right now. This is a Christmas card listing book, and it was like it's like this long, and there's like a bunch of similar pages. They all say Christmas card list. And so I did the same thing with her, that she cut off an end or piece, because on the opposite side it has like similar picture. And then I made a hinge, and then I sewed to make tuck spots right here and right here, and then you could write on here. So the children's book page, again, I put 2 separate pages that don't go together. I used the washi tape to cover the center to give it more stability. I think it had holes in there. And then I made another tuck spot and a tuck spot by sewing. I love this paper for, I mean, I'll have to do something with that maybe, but I just love it as is for journaling. I wish I had more of this. I probably do, I just don't know where I put it. But this is where I coffee dyed it and then dried it in the oven and it just got singed. I had this like leftover scrapbook paper. I was having a hard time trying to figure out what to do with the vellum music, Christmas music. And what she did, which it might be, she had like a really crinkly like tracing paper type of deal like this, and she, instead of cutting down the sides, she squished it all, kind of like how I did here. Just squished it, and then sewed around it to fit within the book, instead of I did tear some and whatever, but I thought that was cool, so that's what I did with this. And then I just sewed it onto, zigzag stitched it onto this wrapping paper, and it's not like heavy duty, it's pretty thin, but this crinkle noise junk journalers seem to love, and so it's another journaling spot in there. And then this is adult coloring book. I'm trying to figure out if I kind of want to leave it pretty plain, so like if I wanted to color I could, or if I wanted to make lists I could. I'm just not sure how, and I left it like this. I'm not sure how I'm going to attach that. So that is one stack so far. But you see how there's, yeah, I guess there's kind of a lot of places where you can write on. I don't know. Then this is the second stack. Same type of deal, different copy paper and a avocado dyed. But in this is the Grinch paper too, and I tore it in two, but I'm not gonna. She had it where she made it to the height of the book, but kind of just left it like this. And so, like, you know, when you turn the page, that'll turn and that'll turn, and so it's like uneven. And she didn't keep these together, so it's kind of like cool effect. So that's what I did for this. Here's the other part of the inside part of the book. I just put it down somewhere like that. This is what the half of the Christmas card list looked like. It was like two of them when you opened them. And then instead of like cutting it completely apart, I just folded it up and made a pocket with the other half. And then this is like a journaling card or something. And, you know, probably grunge it up, blah, blah, whatever. This is part of that, one of the Christmas books that embossed and was extra thick pages. So on the other side, I distressed it, and the impression came out. So I thought that was cool. And this is a Christmas cookbook that I just tore out, and I like the whatever these things are called. And I didn't do this on, and I sewed it to the children's book, because that was another thing that Louisa did. She sewed two things together to make it a full page, whereas like one would have been too long, and she didn't want to cut the image, and she did, you know, she's like, you can do the typical pocket, blah blah blah. But so anyway, that's what I did. And then this was part of the Silent Night paper that I ripped on the bottom, because there's only so much you can wrinkle up before it gets really bulky. And so I just used that as a cover for when they join. Inadvertently creating like a tuck spot on the other side. I mean, it would have to be, you would have to tuck it all the way in because the fold is right there. But just, or a pocket, that would be cool. So there's that. Here's the second of the three like vellum papers. And I put First Noel, same type of wrapping paper, but different style. Is it a different style? Yeah, this is poinsettias, and this is, you can't really tell, but snowflakes. Obviously same, what do I want to try? Same edition, and they're just different illustrations. But I like the way that this looked, and then I'm going to use that as a writing thing. And I didn't want to put them all like this in the sideways, because like for the Silent Night one, let me put that up. I wanted it right ways so you could see it. I don't mind some of them being sideways. So there's that. And then another different Christmas tree drawing thing that I'll have to figure out what to do. And then the last pile is, again, coffee dyed, avocado dyed, but different styles obviously. And then I made this Grinch page a pocket, so it's gonna be like a tiny little pocket on both sides, and then on the one side, and then you could obviously write or whatever on the inside. This is another children's book. I tore off the thing, it's shiny. I left the bottom. A lot of junk journals don't seem to like a white border. Obviously, I think I've probably grinched it, but I wanted some place where I could write on this side without going too much into the illustration. But then this side, you could totally write on the sides. And then here's that Christmas card list again. And this is the first one I did, which is why this is the actual center. And I just made it like a journaling card. This is actually the front page and the last page, and I ripped off this title and the whatever credits, and then used that special hinge thing that Louisa showed, and again distressed the inside of the embosser, and it kind of looks cool like that. This one had already been ripped. I didn't rip it, so I'm going to use this as a journaling card too. I kind of like how this looks. This is another page from the cookbook, and I washi taped the center, glued it, used the two different washi tapes, and just had them together, made it like one. But I kind of like how it looks like this. Like, open that, and then this. So, there's that. The third and last vellum, the Hark the Herald Angel thing. Same poinsettia paper, but you can journal on the side. And then I made it uneven, and then here's a pocket, and here's a pocket, and then another journaling, and then a third different type of Christmas tree. So those are my 3 so far. I have to figure out how I'm going to attach it. But then I also have, like I said, these that I coffee dyed. But then I have these also leftover, like a leftover children books page that I want to add. This, another one is dictionary page, so it's really crinkly, where I crunched up the edges, washi taped 2 different pages that don't go together, and then scritched up the bottom to sew. But then I highlighted the Christmas part, like Santa Claus and Christmas, with the thinner washi tape, so I thought that was cool, and I'm gonna put that somewhere. I don't know which signature, whatever. And then also had the littlest angel. I had 3 pages to go, 1 in each signature, but I combined a couple to make it into one, so now I'm gonna pull that book out and make another one. But here's, I don't know, this is one I was just goofing around. I attached 2 separate book pages the way Louisa explained, but then I didn't like the way this bottom edge looks, so I sewed it with some extra vellum that I ripped off. And then on this page, this is actually like, I think a long ways, and I folded it. I didn't know what I was gonna do, so I made it a pocket. And then this is the seam that I covered with some fabric. Yeah, I just and then here's another one. I made another, this is a tuck spot, and again joined 2 pages that didn't go, just a different shape, and you know, so I need to do 1 more of those, maybe find 2 more different kinds of crinkle paper, and then maybe a couple more. I don't know if I'm gonna add this or maybe add these in different forms to the, and I forgot about these 2 and these, so I'm not sure what to do with that. So far, let me get these out of the way. I should probably check to see, show how full the book is with just what I have, what I want to put in there now, without adding ephemera. So I would say, pushed down, it's half full, which would seem like to me a pretty good stopping place, because if it's half full, then you can fill it with your stuff for the other half. That's what I would think. But I'm gonna fill it up maybe 2/3 full. And yeah, so there's that. I thought that was gonna take longer and the camera was gonna cut off, so I'm a little unprepared. All right, so well, since I don't know how much extra time I have, let me see if I can find this book and make another little pocket type tuck spot type deal. And then that way the signatures can be even. I do like even Steven signatures. Are you surprised? Probably not. Oh, I was trying to make it this kind of irregular too, though, I have to say. I don't know where I put where I put that book. I probably was like, oh, I'm done. Let me just chuck it over here out of the way until I'm ready to clean up mode. And little did I know I was gonna need it sooner. Alright, well, you know what? Am I gonna stop it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop recording, because you don't need to hear me looking around for things. And alright. Watch, is it up there? No. Alright. Talk to you guys soon. Maybe when I actually start sewing my signatures in. That would probably be good, huh? Or finishing some ephemera. That would probably be even better. Alright. Hope you guys are having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.